What if you could invest in a basket of stocks that consistently grows over time, pays dividends, and helps you build wealth effortlessly? Whether you're just starting your investing journey or looking to maximize your portfolio, index and mutual funds are the secret weapon for steady, long-term growth. Today, our hero is sharing the top 10 funds for wealth growth, complete with technical analysis, projected returns, and why dividend reinvestment is a game changer for compounding your gains over the next 10, 20, and 30 years. Stick around until the end, where our dividend hero will reveal his top pick that is projected to return almost $3 million. Ready to supercharge your financial future? Over to you, DH.
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm the Dividend Hero. And today, we're going beyond dividends and talking about index and mutual funds that can help you grow wealth steadily over the long term. We'll break down the key metrics like expense ratio, CAGR, and projections for 10, 20, and even 30 years. I'll also mention their Morningstar rating for good measure. Whether you're after high growth or a balanced approach, there's something here for every investor. Let's get started. Number 11. Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, VTSAX. Why 11? Because no fund list is complete without mentioning VTSAX. It is one of the most well-known funds for investors looking to capture the entire U.S. stock market. VTSAX offers a 5-year CAGR of 9.8%, an expense ratio of just 0.04%, and a Morningstar rating of 3 stars. With reinvested dividends, a $10,000 investment could grow to $25,440 in 10 years, $64,930 in 20 years, and $165,500 in 30 years. This fund provides the perfect mix of growth and income for those looking to capture the entire U.S. market. Number 10. Fidelity Total Market Index Fund, FSKA. FSKAX is one of Fidelity's flagship funds, offering exposure to the entire U.S. stock market. With a dividend yield of 1.4% and a 5-year CAGR of 9.9%, FSKAX is perfect for long-term investors. It has a very low expense ratio of just 0.015%, and a Morningstar rating of 3 stars. Your $10,000 investment can turn into $25,780 in 10 years, $65,750 in 20 years, and $168,640 in 30 years. This fund's low expense ratio and broad market exposure make it a great core holding for any portfolio. Number 9. Vanguard 500 Index Fund Admiral Shares, VIVAX. One of the most popular index funds, VIVAX tracks the S&P 500, providing exposure to the largest U.S. companies. VIVAX has a 5-year CAGR of 10.2%, an expense ratio of 0.04%, and boasts a Morningstar rating of 5 stars. With a $10,000 initial investment, VIVAX could grow to $26,640 in 10 years, $69,980 in 20 years, and $188,620 in 30 years. VIVAX is a reliable way to grow wealth by focusing on the largest U.S. companies, with the backing of Vanguard's low-cost structure. Number 8. Fidelity 500 Index Fund, FXAIX. FXAIX is Fidelity's answer to the S&P 500 Index Fund, offering broad exposure to the top 500 U.S. companies. With an expense ratio of just 0.015% and a 5-year CAGR of 10.5%, FXAIX is a strong contender for long-term investors. It boasts a 5-star Morningstar rating and could grow your $10,000 investment to $27,200 in 10 years, $73,280 in 20 years, and $197,400 in 30 years. This fund combines stability with growth, making it a core holding for anyone seeking to build wealth over time. Number 7. Vanguard Growth Index Fund, VIJX. For investors who prioritize growth, VIJX is the go-to fund. This fund tracks large-cap growth stocks and has a lower expense ratio of 0.05%. And its 5-year CAGR is an outstanding 12.4%. With dividend reinvestment, a $10,000 investment in VIJX could grow to $32,160 in 10 years, $103,440 in 20 years, and $332,130 in 30 years. This fund has a Morningstar rating of 4 stars and is perfect for those willing to accept higher volatility in exchange for long-term growth. Number 6. Schwab U.S. Large Cap Growth Index Fund, SWLGX. Another new pick is SWLGX, a 4-star fund that tracks large-cap U.S. companies with strong growth potential. SWLGX is known for its low expense ratio of 0.035% and high growth. It offers a dividend yield of 0.8% and a 5-year CAGR of 12.6%. With reinvested dividends, a $10,000 investment could grow to $33,000 in 10 years, $106,960 in 20 years, and $340,840 in 30 years. SWLGX is an excellent choice for investors focused on growth without paying high fees. Number 5. Vanguard International Growth Fund, VWIGX. For those who want international exposure, VWIGX is a strong option, focusing on companies outside the U.S. in developed and emerging markets. VWIGX is a 3-star fund with a low dividend yield of 0.8% and an expense ratio of 0.42%. Its 5-year CAGR is an impressive 13%. With dividend reinvestment, $10,000 invested today could grow to $34,440 in 10 years, $116,140 in 20 years, and a massive $405,570 in 30 years. For investors looking for high growth from international stocks, this fund offers significant upside potential. Number 4. Fidelity Large Cap Growth Index Fund, SSPGX. Replacing our previous pick, we have FSPGX. This fund focuses on large cap growth stocks, offering investors exposure to companies with strong earnings and capital appreciation potential. FSPGX has a 5-year CAGR of 14%, an expense ratio of just 0.035%, and a Morningstar rating of 4 stars. A $10,000 investment could grow to $37,080 in 10 years, $137,520 in 20 years, and $503,780 in 30 years. This fund is for investors looking for serious long-term growth. Number 3. T. Rowe Price Blue Chip Growth Fund, TRBCX. At number 3, we have TRBCX. This fund focuses on large-cap growth stocks, offering investors exposure to companies with strong earnings and capital appreciation potential. FSPGX has a 5-year CAGR of 15.3%. A $10,000 investment could grow to $41,090 in 10 years, $168,920 in 20 years, and $694,320 in 30 years. The investment seeks long-term capital growth. Income is a secondary objective. Its expense ratio of 0.7% and a Morningstar rating of 3 stars allows TRBCX to get closer to the $1 million mark, but still falls short. Number 2. Morgan Stanley Institutional Growth Portfolio, MSCGX. For the runner-up, we have MSCGX. This fund invests in companies with significant growth potential across industries. MSCGX is a growth-focused fund and prioritizes capital appreciation by investing in growing companies. It has an astounding 5-year CAGR of 18.9%. With dividend reinvestment, A $10,000 investment could grow to $56,290 in 10 years, $316,950 in 20 years, and an amazing $1,784,470 in 30 years. The fund has an expense ratio of 0.82%, a Morningstar rating of 1 star, and seeks long-term capital appreciation by investing primarily in growth-oriented equity securities of large capitalization companies. Number 1. T. Rowe Price Global Technology, PRGTEX. And now for our final pick. We have PRGTEX. This fund invests in the fast-growing tech sector, both in the U.S. and internationally. PRGTEX not only has the highest expense ratio on this list, 0.94%, it also has the highest 5-year CAGR, 20.7%. However, with just an initial investment of $10,000, it could grow to $65,450 in 10 years, $428,830 in 20 years, and an astonishing $2,806,900 in 30 years. That's almost $3 million. PRGTEX is a 2-star fund intended for investors looking for serious long-term growth and can easily exceed $1 million before the 20-year mark if it maintains its historical CAGR. Before we get to the bonus pick, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips, strategies, and portfolio updates. Now for our bonus pick, Fidelity Blue Chip Growth Fund, FBGRX. For the bonus index fund, let's talk about FBGRX, the Fidelity Blue Chip Growth Fund. This fund focuses on large, well-established companies with potential for above-average growth. FBGRX offers a solid 5-year CAGR of 13.4%. If you invest $10,000 and reinvest those dividends, your portfolio could grow to $35,100 in 10 years, $123,200 in 20 years, and $432,000 in 30 years. The fund has an expense ratio of 0.48%, a Morningstar rating of 5 stars, and seeks growth of capital over the long term. Back to you.
And there you have it, the top 11 funds for wealth growth, plus a bonus pick to give your portfolio that extra boost. Whether you're looking for broad market exposure, growth-focused funds, or balanced options, these index funds offer something for every type of investor. By reinvesting your dividends and holding these funds over the long term, you can harness the true power of compounding and build significant wealth in 10, 20, or even 30 years. Based on historical CAGRs, funds like PRGTX and MSEGX have the potential to exceed $1 million within 30 years from an initial $10,000 investment. However, it's important to note that these funds are often more volatile and focused on high-growth sectors like technology. While this can lead to outsized gains, there is also a higher level of risk compared to more diversified funds. Remember, the key to building long-term wealth is consistency and patience. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. And don't forget, this is not financial advice. Always consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Dividend Hero for more tips, strategies, and portfolio updates. Your future self will thank you. See you in the next video.